Is the stock market gambling? This is something that I see all the time. Who knows? Maybe you're thinking about getting into the stock market, but you have, I don't know, some uncle, some neighbor, your mailman that makes some sort of comment or that is implying, or maybe just flat out says, no, 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 no. That is gambling. You might as well go to the casino. So if you are a beginner, if you are thinking about getting started in the market, I get it. I really do why you might be thinking and feeling that it just all seems so random and that maybe the stock market is just like a casino and really all that's going on is gambling. And I want to get up, disclose up front, the point of this video when I show my personal trading results is not to brag about my results. In fact, I'm going to guarantee that there will probably be somebody in the comment section that makes fun of me because they're going to see these results and they're going to say, wait, that's it? And like I said, so that the point here is not me trying to brag about my results at all. I am just trying to prove to you and show to you that no, it's not gambling. No, it's not guessing. No, it's not a big random mess. There is a method to things. There is a way that you can go about this and achieve consistency. Gambling, true gambling, there is no consistency. It's pure randomness, right? You can go to a slot machine and you're never going to get consistent results. I'm not saying you can't make money, but when it comes to consistency, that is what differentiates trading from many other things, right? Think about it. Crossing the street is a gamble, but when you have the right strategy, when you have the right method to get across the busy street, you can be like really consistent at making it from one side to the other. And trading is the exact same way. It's not gambling. And what always brings this up, and this is not the first time I've done these sorts of videos, but it's been a while. And for whatever reason, the month of November, I seem to have quite a few comments, which you see here on the screen here. But, the first one here, so he actually has some good points referring to somebody else. You do get lucky a lot. So I'm accused of getting lucky. Again, I understand when you're a beginner, and if you watch my live trade videos, it can definitely come across as, okay, you're just getting lucky. Okay, you're just getting lucky. It made me laugh when he said, you get lucky a lot. So maybe I'm just the luckiest person ever. I suppose that's a plausible scenario there. But, this person is just saying, yeah, I just seem to get lucky a lot. This person says, it looks like just guessing. So again, just guessing, getting lucky. These things all imply that it's just gambling. It's just random. And in order to make money, you have to get lucky. So that really just brings up the question here of, is trading gambling? And it's not. And if it were gambling, like I said, I'm not saying that doesn't mean that you'll never make money, but consistent money. And what I want to do here is, like I said, show you some results. And that way you can get an idea of just exactly what I'm getting at. So I mentioned earlier in the video that I'd done these videos before, and I've done them over the years. But here's another one where I had 20 winning days in a row, and, is that possible? And it was the same premise. Hey, you know what? Is trading gambling? And then down here, you can see my results. So right there, in and of itself, if trading was gambling, I mean, really 20, that's like going to the casino and walking away making money 20 days in a row. I suppose it's possible, but that casino would be out of business very quickly, right? I mean, if your customers are able to walk into your casino and walk out winning and making money 20 days in a row, it's either you have a really, really, really bad casino, or maybe you're just not a casino at all. Maybe the people just actually know what's going on. And then here we have my results for the month of November. And over here, you can see, if you're not familiar with this screen, this is just giving, this column is all fine and dandy, but that's before commissions. So the column that really matters is over here, the net P&L. But you can see right here that finished the month with $5,300. So $5,300 on the month. Like I said, not here to brag about the gains. Now, I think they're pretty good gains, especially when I explain more about my strategy in case you're interested. And then you kind of look and just, consider other avenues that you could be using your money with. But the point here being is, if trading was gambling, I mean, really? Would this really be possible to, out of 20 days, have one losing day? Again, to use that analogy, if you were to walk into a casino for 20 days, and out of those 20 days, 19 of those days you make money, is that really gambling? Is that really a casino? Or is that maybe just a situation where when you know what you're doing, you can actually be consistent? Now, can the stock market be treated as a casino? Can it be used as a casino? Absolutely. it can absolutely be treated as a casino. You can gamble in the market. But just because you can use it as a casino does not mean that it's actually a casino, right? So let's just keep that up front here, is that just because you know somebody, oh, it's all rigged. It's all randomness. It's just, you might as well go to a casino. Well, yeah, I'm not doubting that person that's telling you that. I'm just guessing that if they were allowing, somebody to look into how they were behaving, I bet they're behaving with no strategy at all, maybe a little small strategy, but I doubt that they're actually approaching it with the way you should approach it. And how do you approach it? Well, under the expectations that it's a lot of hard work, it takes time, but it's not actually randomness. It's not actually gambling. Again, to that person's, man, he gets lucky a lot. I guess I do get lucky a lot. Or maybe that's not luck. Maybe that's just actually a strategy. Maybe that's just actually managing risk, which brings about the next point. I'm not saying that I only had one losing trade. I had several losing trades. So right here, when I made $3.52, well, that was because in actuality, let's click on that day and bring it up. On that day, you can see down here, I actually did have a losing trade. But I kept it controlled. I'd managed risk. And then I ultimately, actually got slightly back into the green on the day for $3.52. But again, that was all. It wasn't because it was some sort of random guessing. It was, no, I just managed risk. I had to cut the loss. And then it ultimately came out and worked out fine. So let's see. Probably right there, did I have losing when I only made $91? Let's see. So there we go. Another day right there. So I had a losing trade. But that just goes to show that you can still have losing trades. You can still be wrong within a day. But as far as the general day is concerned, you can still walk out ahead. And that's what this is showing you here, is that I'm not trying to come across and say, I'm such a good trader, I only had one losing trade the entire month. No, I had several losing trades. I just kept them controlled. Even that day, that day right there was, sure, that's a big day, but you know what? You can't win every single day. But the point being that you are able to be consistent. And if, trading was just a flip of a coin, again, statistically speaking, very, very, very unlikely that this would happen. Of course it's possible. But, really 2 months, for it to happen 2 months, that first month I showed you 20 in a row, and then this, it's not gambling. So I just want you to realize that going in, that sure, it can be treated as gambling. Sure, you can go about it in a way that totally makes it gambling, but that doesn't mean that it's actually gambling. You have to treat it like a business. You have to treat it with respect, and you have to treat it with control. Now, as far as the way I'm set up and, why I'm pretty excited about these results and why I'm more than pleased is, and this will mean a little bit more to those of you that have watched my past live day trading videos, but if you haven't, I've been doing what is called the be done in 30 approach, meaning at this stage in my life, I have 4 young kids. I want freedom of time. I just want to be done with my day as quick as possible. I don't want to be chained to my computer all day long. So my goal every day is to average out around 30 minutes per day. Some days we'll go a little bit more. Other days, and like I said, if you've watched any of the videos the past month, you've seen some days where I'm done in like 5 minutes. But point here being, generally speaking, I probably averaged less than 30 minutes. But just to keep the math easy, I average, let's just call it right around 30 minutes of quote-unquote work each day. So let's just go through the math here real quick. So 20 days in the month of November, 30 minutes each day on average. That equals what? 600 minutes, right? 20 times 30 equals 600 minutes total. And then if you want that by hours, what? Like divided by 60. And then that equals what? Well, that gives you 10 hours. So 10 hours I was actually trading for the month. 10 hours of quote-unquote work. So as you saw, I made the $5,300, and you divide that by 10 hours, and the math here, nothing crazy, but that breaks down to $530 per hour. Now, I can only speak for myself, but my time is worth at least $530 on average per hour. Maybe not for you. Maybe you're not happy with that. Maybe that would be a waste of your time. If it is, then hey, I respect you. In fact, can we talk? Like, what do you do where $530 is not worth an hour of your time? Like, I'm not jealous of you, but I respect you. That's awesome. But let's talk. I want to learn more about what you do. But for me, on average, $530 for 1 hour is well worth my time. And then the other thing I like to do is always aim for right around 10% account growth. And this is also a little trick to help build perspective for you as a trader, because I get it. I'm guilty myself. You look across social media, you look across YouTube, you look across just the internet, and you see gains and you're like, wow, that's huge. And it's very easy to doubt yourself. Like I said, I'm aware. I realize that, well, such and such made $5,300 in one single trade. And that's awesome for such and such. Truly, that's great for them. But that's also a very quick way to lose perspective, because for me, I made $5,300 on an account that it breaks down to about 10%. It might have been a little less, a little bit more, I guess. Honestly, I didn't do the calculation here for transparency's sake. So don't hold me to it, but I think it was a little more than 10%, but I could be wrong there. Anyways, let's just call it 10%. You know what? Actually, let's do this. Let's err on the side of caution just in case I'm wrong. Let's call it 9% account growth. So I grew my account. I got a return on my money of 9% in 1 month. But let's take a quick look. And like I said, do this for yourself. It'll help build perspective. Wherever you're at in the world or the country, what are your bank CD rates? Meaning, if you could walk into your local bank and get a return on, that investment, what would it be? And as of right now, of the recording of this video, you can see right now, and this is bankrate.com. So you can go to bankrate.com, and the best rates, or actually you can't see that. Let me bring this down. So there you go. Best rates for December. But point here being is, you look down here, and I mean, check this out. This is sad. 2 years for 0.8%. And that's, I don't know if I believe that. Is that just, let's do there we go, 0.85%. But you get the idea here, right? Let's just say this is not true. Let's say you can actually get 2%. So 2% for 3 years, are you serious? Builds perspective, doesn't it, for you? Maybe, because I get it. You go, well, I only made that amount. Well, yeah, but what was your account size? How much did your account size actually grow? And even if it grew, quote unquote, only 1%, think about it. Here we're looking at 0.85% for 3 years. And if you grew your account by 1% in 1 month, that's pretty good. Now, you should probably aim for a little bit more, but I suppose that depends. If you had $1 trillion account and you can grow it by 1%, that's a lot of money. But that is why I am happy. That is why, and like I said, not just a little trick, these past couple of things. How long do you trade? And then break that down. What does that break down to per hour? That's also a good trick to maybe let you know whether or not you're actually going about this the right way. Because if you're sitting there for 10 hours a day and then you ultimately made $5 per hour, I'm not saying you should give up, but you might want to reconsider a few things. But in this case, $530 per hour. Grew my account right around 9%. So use those couple tricks also to just help kind of keep things in perspective, because like I said, it's very easy to lose perspective when you look around and see some of these massive numbers floating around out there. But to circle back to the primary objective, is the stock market gambling? Am I just lucky? Do traders need to be lucky? No, you need to get, to steal from that person, lucky a lot. But there's a reason why I seem to get lucky a lot. It's because I'm taking and noticing, and I recognize most likely situations, meaning, well, the stock is most likely to behave in that manner. Now, it's not guaranteed to behave in that manner. That's why I take losses. But it's most likely to behave in a certain manner, and that's how you can put together consistent days, consistent months. So just keep that in mind. I get it. You might be walking around thinking it because you heard it, but you got to just refrain from listening to people that, I'm not saying that I haven't been involved in the markets, but how do they actually treat the market? How do they actually behave within the context of the market themselves? And anybody that's saying it's rigged or that, it's impossible, they just, with all due respect to them, they just weren't going about it the right way. So hopefully this helps. And, and I got to talk with a lot of people. Clay, don't talk with your hands. And maybe they're right because I'm smacking the microphone all around. But I hope this helps. If you enjoyed this video, if you want me to make more of these sorts of videos, then a very easy, quick way to communicate that to me, hit that like button. Also, comments, questions, suggestions, leave those down below. Love to hear from you as subscribers. And also check out the channel as a whole. You saw the results here, but if you want to see a lot of those individual days, then you can go out there and watch the live trade playlist. Now, I don't record every single day, so some of those days you're not going to see. But so I don't want you to go and say, well, good, I can watch every single day. I don't do it every single day, but there's a good amount of those days that you can watch. So check that out in the live playlist. But hopefully you like what you see enough to become a subscriber to the channel, as I would love to have you as a subscriber. But yes, trading, investing, all of that in the market, it's not gambling. The stock market is not a casino. It can be treated like a casino, but that doesn't mean it's actually a casino. First off, thanks so much for watching the entire video. Real quick, before you go, I want to invite you to a live webinar, web class, training, workshop, online event, whatever you want to call it, but it will be me live revealing to you what I've discovered that has allowed me to transform myself from being an employee to being my own boss, including how I had only one losing day out of 73 days in total. I'm going to cover 3 keys that have helped me unlock profitable consistency within the markets. The first key is super weird, but in a productive type of way. The second key is super awesome because it quite literally is wired into our DNA as humans, making it very easy to use. But in a cruel way, this becomes a pitfall for many traders. I'll explain it all though, including how to avoid the pitfall that it creates for some. And yeah, the third key, when you hear it, sounds way too good to be true, but it's not, and I'll show you how it all works. Then at the end, I open it up for a question and answer session that is, again, totally live. Even if you can't make the live session, please still sign up as it will be recorded, and you can go back and watch the replay that I will send you. Click the image on the screen or click the link down in the description box so you can get the date and time and claim your spot, which I should note is limited due to the fact that this truly is a live event. If you have any questions, let me know. If not, I'll be seeing you soon.